Are we live? Hi there, everyone. I'm just checking it out, making sure that, yeah, man, we're live. All right. Well, I'll pick it. All right. I'm trying to draw a displacer beast. And I don't know if you've ever seen a displacer beast. It's, kind of like a panther. Oops, hang on. Monday night Drawstream. I gotta pop this thing out. Pop out the chat. Okay. And then live stream draw. No, this is the right one, but it's like this area right here. It's like window capture. Um, I think it's this. There we go. We have chat over there. So I don't know how useful that is at all. It's like maybe I didn't really think this through. Um, like maybe it's not that useful. You can see chat, but you can already see chat. But now I can see chat because I have to look at the other window. I'm just drawing sketchbook drawings right now. I'm trying to draw a displacer beast, which in D&D is like a panther-like creature with tentacles coming out of its shoulders. And there's one in the Mystery Squadron, a white one. It's hard to draw the panther. Today, I had off from work and for fun, I took myself to the movies. Oh, the other thing about the displacer beasts is they have 6 arms. Or 6 legs. 6 legs. My problem right now is I'm using I'm gonna assume that the front 4 are all basically arms and then the back 2 are the legs. The I saw the Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Does anyone want the spoiler alert on that? So basically, so I want to go into the other page. The spoiler alert is it's a pretty cool one. The the beasts are not like the beast formers. Maybe they are, but they're considered to be like a different group called the Maximals, like a different planet. They have a different planet. They are not Transformers. They're totally different. And but you do get to see your old friends, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Mirage. Um, Good times. Okay, I think we have a basic um, dude here. Let's get some ink on it. I'm going to be using my Wansai pen. I'm hoping that it's going to work good. I wonder if I should just like Monday night draw stream. Oh yeah, I might have been echoing this whole time. Could I have been echoing this whole time? Maybe if I might, let me find my popped out chat window. Here it is. You call it a chat window, but I call it a Chad window. All right. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Okay, here we go. We're gonna try and get this guy in color. And in case you haven't guessed, yes, I'm basing it a little bit on Panther, which is Skeletor's mount from Master of the Universe. Oh boy. These there's like these weird pads underneath. The creature comes from A.E. Van Vogt, I think. And it's called the Coeurl. Well, actually, I think the actual creature's name might have been Coeurl in the story. I think I have the comic. They're like big paws. I don't know if the Etherington brothers can save me now. I'm in uncharted territory. I'm trying to like fake out a good enough. Fake out an extra leg. It's a six-legged panther. I wonder if I have. I'm planning on doing this in color, so I'm looking at you know, not just like if this was just ink, I would black it out. Choop, that back leg would be gone. All right, we're getting in there somewhere. Wait a second. Hang on. Hang on a moment. There we go. Hang about. What happened to my chat window? Cut the chat window. Test. Hello world. I don't think anybody actually watches these things. I kind of do them for fun, and then I just don't think about it too much, so it's all cool. Oh, it's all good. It's all in fun. You got to get in the pit. There we go. And love someone. Um, because OBS is pretty cool for games and stuff, but I have trouble with it. Now, the question is, do I want to go hard in the paint for the texture on my Panther, or do I? I'll have to look up. I'll have to go get into my iPad just for fun. When I was doing the Mystery Squadron, I thought it would be a real cool move to put a displacer beast, or actually a Coeurl, on the team as one of the team members. And I still do not regret this one bit. I think it is cool as heck. It's one of my favorite sci-fi monsters. It just happens to also be a D&D monster, or a D&D style monster. And my version, of course, is based on the Coeurl, which is open source public domain, um, and not the standard displacer beast. Okay. We got the beginnings of a displacer beast. But like in old school gaming, this was one of the cooler critters that they had. And I think mine was an albino originally, but I don't know if I want to make this one an albino. The one in the Mystery Squadron. I think I even drew it with let me see, with eyes. And now I kind of like the look of like kind of the whited out eyes, like the blank eyes. This is looking pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna let this dry for just a second. We're gonna erase it and we're gonna do some color. All right, I'm back. So he's in this comic. You can see I even have him on like on the riding on the back of the motorcycle. There he is again. I didn't do a great job drawing him, and I think I should do a better job. What is the character's name again, though? I think it's like series. There it is. Whoops. Can you see that series? Right over there. All right. So let's do this like Brutus. I want to do this in a multimedia style, or I mean a mixed media style, so we're gonna go kind of crazy with the colors. Although I definitely want to feature the color purple. There we go. And I want to try out these new techniques, of which I have. Okay, I need a paper palette. This is my palette. We're just going to use this piece of scrap cardstock. And I know I have them. Hang on. Oh, here we go. All right. What is this, you ask? We have gel crayons. Yes. We're gonna go gel crayons and possibly um some of my Caran Dash stuff. My problem is I can't afford to get this thing wet. This particular notebook is too thin. I have this thing sitting back here, so it won't bleed through whatever I do, but I don't think I can afford to get it wet. I would like him to be purple, which I have a dark purple color. Um, so I think we're going to use this for this guy. But what else do we use? Like we could go complementary and use one of these yellows or one of these yellow. Hold on, I've got where is it at? I could use a yellow peach, which is number 8. Also, let's use two. Okay, let's save these for right now, and I'll go with yellow peach and um, maybe one of the other colors, yellow peach plus light ivory or 16. Let's see. So yellow peach is 8. There's 8. And then lithops is 16. So let's find 16. 13. 16. Okay. These are gel highlighters. They were sold, if you were here the other day, and somebody spotted them pretty quickly. They said, "Are those Bible highlighters?" Yes, they are. Another possibility, and I didn't even think of it, is I happen to have this brush pen loaded up with Gris de Pain, and that might be an excellent color. It's like a light blue, and so that maybe we'll do the creature in that light blue. In which case, I could do all kinds of other colors. But I need my brushes. Peter, where's your brushes at? I got my big brush. I need my little brush. This is what happens when you're messy. Okay, here it is. All right. Second of all, dang it. Second of all, or third of all, I need water, and I've got some right here. It's a little dirty. Luckily, we will not be using much water. In fact, this is a mostly dry technique. So the way it works, I'm putting the gel highlighter right on this scrap piece of paper. We're going to use it as our palette. We're going to put plenty on there. And then we're going to pick it up with, I think these are like, almost like makeup brushes. I can't remember what they're called, but um, they're pretty good. And then, so you might be asking, well, if you could do that, and it is a little bit dirty. Ooh, ooh, ooh. If you could do that, then why couldn't you just draw right on the page with it? And it doesn't look good when you do that. So it leaves like one dark mark where your thing goes down, and then as you start to spread it around or kind of blend it in, it doesn't blend very nicely. But if you use the blender, it comes out great. All right, we're focusing on yellow from the front, and we're going to do gray in the back. So we're going to need a little bit more yellow. And it's okay to get like when little crumbs fall off of this stuff. Get your crumbs up. Take them crumbs. Take these crumbs and walk, I say. Pick up your crutch, Peter. Pick up your crutch and walk. So this is slightly dirty. I was doing another piece of art yesterday with this same brush, and it comes out really cool. I can just tell you, it's very saturated. That's what's cool about it. It has a very painted look. I just ordered some acrylic paint pens because it's solving like like I have a huge weakness with color. I don't know if I think I tell everybody this. I suck at color. And the problem is not merely control. Um, I actually do really well with watercolor, and I don't have any control whatsoever of those. So it's not with watercolor. You kind of have to live in the chaos, and you get used to it, and you kind of learn how to influence the chaos. Like if you got too much water on the page, maybe you're moving the paper around to see if it'll change. Now I got this. This looks like a dirty brush to me, but it doesn't seem to have anything on it. It's basically the same thing but smaller. All right. All right. So we can get in a little closer. I mean, we can get right up to the edge. Another thing you can do is you can take a piece of paper. Let me see. I got something. I know I got something. Got to get into something. I don't want one of my watercolor cards. I want a piece of old Bristol or something. Shit, man. Oh, I know. I got it. This'll do. I got a rejected card I can use. Now, I did say I'm strongly considering the use of Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2s, which are wet. They are a wet technique. But if you're very careful, you can control the water amount. Um, and they're at the end of the day, they're crayons. They're wax, so um, they can sit right on top of this stuff pretty easily, and just beautiful color. I mean, they're super bright. That's what's cool about them. So what you get is this kind of airbrushed dry wash look. All right. All right, here we go. Now that's our yellow, right? Which was we established. That's number 8. And then I'm going yellow and gray. Is this a bad combo? You tell me. Lithops Helmi. I don't know if this is a Chinese interpretation of a color. They called it Lithops Helmudi. Oh, I wonder if I can do this because I have not really cleaned my brush. Let's I'm gonna have to go and clean my brush. All right, let's do it. What's the worst that could happen? Find me a paper towel, Pete. So here's what happens when this stuff gets wet. It all come out. It all comes out. So I got to get rid of it. Hold on. Back in action. They're somewhat clean. Now the problem is they're also somewhat damp, which means that color pickup is going to be more intense, and it may be not what I want. Even though it's like this feels dry to the touch right now, but yeah, I picked up all that gray. All right, so we're gonna pick up some of this gray. Yeah, and it doesn't go on as powdery either. This is not as nice. In fact, it just looks kind of smudgy. Uh, I don't know if I like it. All right, let's try again. There is, if it doesn't come off great, there is a way around it, which is just to keep layering in more and more. See, I feel like it's getting damp. Oh, it is. It's feeling damp. All right. It's not looking good over there, but that's all right. Let's let this dry some more. Meanwhile, oh, I don't know. This is how dumb I am. Just keep going. Just do more. Maybe that I actually have to like it looks great when I first put it on the other paper on the palette. It may be that I have to actually get in here and like really saturate it up. Let's give it a shot. I do. It looks like the only way to fix it. When this stuff gets wet, it still works. It just works in a different way, so you gotta like watch your techniques here. And here it's too damp. It's causing problems with the paper already. Exactly what I was hoping would not happen. However, Maybe it's starting to dry out up here. It almost looks like granulation. Hmm. Now the question is, do I want to go with the dark purple, saturate it, or do I want to go with Gris Nuage, which is a kind of a lavender blue gray? Or I could save this for, I might save this for something else. Let's go with purple. I want the darkest purple. All right, let's make sure I don't have any in the ZRs, because I might. The ZR colors. I don't think I do. Oh, here it is. All right, do any of these look purple enough? Amethyst number 15 does, kinda. This is called just purple. Purple 12. Put it back up here. This is True Panther colors. All right. Well, where my brushes is at? Okay, here they are. I could feel a little bit of trepidation. All right. We also run at least a slight risk of messing with the ink I just put down. I used a Diatramentus Document Black, which should be immune to being messed with, but it's not always. Like, it depends even on the color. Like, you'll be going over it with one color, no problem. You go it with the next color, suddenly you have a problem. So, in order to preserve us, we're going to try and avoid the ink outlines. I don't know how good we're going to do at that. That's very annoying right there. Peter, you hurt your sketchbook. What you gonna do? The answer is I'm gonna keep saturating. And then I'll have to redo the outlines on some of this. If I'd really been thinking, I might even have like sprayed it with art fixative or like matte fixative spray um, or even just maybe drawing some nice outlines in pencil and colored it from the inside out, which would be the smart way to do it. All right. I ask you to trust the process. Just realized this little area right in here. Come on, man. Soft powder. That's what I'm going for. Soft powdery wash. Hopefully. All right. I saw some ladies doing like the adult coloring books, and they were doing all kinds of cool things on the backgrounds with these gelatos. Um, they are not highly controllable. You can see the tip is like massive, and it's not sharpenable really. I mean, you can. It's so soft that it would just fold if you sharpened it. It would crush. It's like drawing with lipstick. So if that's what you want to do. However, as like the way I'm using it, it's a great thing because I'm using it almost as if it's paint, but it's really a wash or a shade, like a pastel shade. I was looking at some old Milt Caniff stuff, like fan drawings he would do, and some of them were legitimately just like chalk. Yeah, he would do colored chalk or pastels, I guess. I don't know what the circumstances. You can find them on Pinterest. That's where I found all my stuff. Anyway. All right, difficulty ramping up on the tentacles or tentacles, as I like to call them. I could switch to an actual brush, but I don't want to. All right, we're getting a little closer. Makeba. All right. Even though it's a soft vertical brush, it does have a point. You can make this slightly pointed. And it will preserve all of its soft brush capabilities. All right, looking good here. Looking good, buddy. Some of the other techniques we're going to use is white gel pen, um, maybe some other color gel pens as well. I got a gold or a silver or a gold looks good. A gold would look good. All right. Part of the look of this is the messiness is part of the look. Of mixed media. We're still trying to do our best to avoid it. Okay. Let's try this off. Now, the way these things work is they actually do dry. But in our case, oh, we've actually cleaned up pretty good. All right, this is pretty good, but it did, once it's wet, it takes a while to dry. All right. How about you, other pen, other brush? That feels good. All right, let's try and blend some of this other stuff out and get it a little bit more yellow. All right. We're getting close to something. I don't know if I like that gray tone. Oh, thank you very much, Dee Dee. Hi, how are you doing? I'm trying to do something like that, but I've got to figure out how to like this stuff dries, so I have to figure out how to get it to dry. Maybe with a heat gun or something. Until I find my Caran dash. Here they are. All right. Thank you very much. Just in case you are not listening and you're only reading the chat. Thank you very much. Boom. There we go. All right. I have a brush. This is a brush. Everything is a mess around me. Why is that? I wonder if I could do like I could do like some stencils or something around like on the background. Mm. This looks like a college mascot or something. I think my high school mascot was the Wildcat, and it was they were purple. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I don't care if anybody isn't watching, so uh, we'll be super animated. Maybe not. All right. Let's leave it nice and dark. So hopefully that doesn't make the paper all soggy and mess it all up. Let's see. On nose, I have some gel pens. I have some white over here. All right, here's where it gets slightly controversial. So I don't think it's dry enough yet. When it's dry, we could do like a white outline around the whole thing, and that will look really cool, I think. In the meantime, we find a stencil. I have one. I haven't had much. I haven't gotten much use out of it yet. I just ordered though, like literally tonight. I ordered some acrylic paint pens. Like I got a set of 60, including, but it's not Posca. It's a cheaper set. I have one somewhere. Let me write it down. I have one somewhere. But haven't used it much yet. I'm afraid of trying it out in this sketchbook because it's thin paper. But I'm going to try at some point. My hope is that. All right, let's see if this works. I did this before, and it came out okay, so I think I can do it. But maybe that would be really cool if I just, kind of went over it with Posca or something like that. Well, the one good thing about these ZRs is they don't seem to negate my pen. Ooh, if I bump the stencil, that would be bad. I will take your advice. I will definitely do that. I like I said, I just ordered it tonight. I was like, I was watching somebody on, I think it was Instagram, and they were doing things that I didn't know you could even do. Like they would put the paint pen down, like they would put some paint pen down, and then they would like get a brush out also, and do a little blending or something. I didn't realize that was possible. Everyone's lost their mind. Okay, hold on. Boom. Oh, definitely. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I got one. It was a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't really used it. Like I activated it, I think, on one time. And you know how like when you first start a Posca pen, it's like you have to like, you know, pump it a couple of times and get it primed up and everything. And I don't think I had it enough, so it was like not coming out very well. So I kind of put it aside. Um, but but I will definitely try it out again because I it's like I want to do things that are more saturated color wise, but I'm not very um, familiar with all of the different tools. I know watercolor and like the Neocolor 2 Caran Dash. I know those really well. Like watercolor crayons. Um, ooh, what is that? I'm trying to avoid drawing over the panther. Okay, what happened there? I'm good. Okay. So the art crayons, like the Marabou art crayons, and then the oh, thank you very much. Yeah. Well, I'm not good at color. Everybody should know. I'm terrible at color. But I did watercolor and gel printing for a long time, and then kind of just stopped on that one. The person I was with at the time, I taught her how to do gel printing, and even after we weren't together, she had like a business on Etsy, and was even selling like big gel printed paintings to like companies and stuff. Like she made a career out of it, which that's cool. I think her Etsy is still up. It's her Etsy was Rabbit's Reverie. Shauna Ray Sung. Let's see. There we go. It kind of worked. It doesn't look bad. Jump running is cool. Yeah, I like it a lot. I like the you could like cutting out a mask, or I even have a couple of things on the wall over there that I did. But they're the cool thing about it is it's so saturated. The effect is so saturated. The colors are so bright. Because it's coming right off the plate. Maybe I'll make his eyes yellow or something. Sometimes I can't tell if it's working. I have another white. I got Copic white. Let's see. Just testing my pen on another part of the sketchbook. So it's just kind of messing it up. Whoops. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, the collage papers. I saw somebody do that. I was another technique, and I never could figure it out. But I saw somebody do it where they would take printed material, like magazine or newspaper printed material, and they would put the I don't know if it was the chart pack marker or what I think it was just white paint or like white gesso, and they would paint the sides of it, paint the back of it and slap it down, and then when they pulled it up, it would leave the print in negative on the gel pad, and so they could do those kinds of mixed media effects, like in Spider-Man for I think it's Spider Punk, the Hobie character. Like it could do that kind of effect. This guy, I'm not sure this gel pen is coming out. I might have to get the Posca out and try it. Do like a bigger. What's kind of working? Let me see if Mike. Devin Rexar. I'll have to check. I'll check her out. I don't know that one. There's a gel pen right there. Posca. I mean a gel. This is a brush pen, so you can't crush it. I think you can only do it this way. Ooh, I literally saw some of the white come out. Okay, so maybe it does work. I just want it to be like a little white glow around them. I'm not 100% sure. Let me put more light on it. So the white Prismacolor, like I haven't had good luck with white colored pencils at all. I got like a Castle Art set which I got off of Amazon with one of their cheaper sets. I like looking at everybody else's colored pencils. Mine never come out that good. They don't come out like that saturated look is really hard to get for me for some reason. And I assume there's something I'm not doing, like maybe I need to prep with gesso or that satin glazing liquid stuff I've been watching. I wonder if I can. Yeah, on the purple it comes out great. Like On my backgrounds, not so much. I wonder if where's my ink? I have not tried Prismacolor. No. There I, so I didn't know that there was like, not all colored pencils are created equal. So some of them are really good, and then I've got a couple of sort of the El Cheapo brand sets. This guy might be okay. What if I did? I could do let me look for my gel pen. I'm definitely I'll order some. I should have added it to my the Amazon order I already just did tonight. I have a what is that? I have a white chalk pencil. Yeah, it's a white charcoal, but I haven't sharpened it. Let's see how that works. I've got to recover some black lines that I ran over. Like, I wonder if it. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work either. I'll have to wait and like actually order a real Prisma. All right, hang on. Might be enough for what I want to do. See if I can put that right once again. Yeah, that's probably what I do. Like get a couple of them, and make the order worthwhile. So the Amazon Prime. I might have to wait until. Oh, this actually looks okay on the yellow here. Maybe it was I didn't shake it enough. Maybe that was the issue. I was just like trying the other way. Now it's coming out really good. I figure I can get away with like one, you know, for fun purchase every week. And I just did my big one, so I could probably. I wonder if I can go to like Michael's and just get a couple of them for pocket change. Off of that rack where they have like a bunch of things. Yeah, I don't think I followed my stencil that well, but at least I broke up the. It was looking a little too goofy with the where the gray was. I was trying to blend the gray and the yellow, not two colors that normally blend. But I thought, what could go wrong? And I got to do some red over here on these tentacle things. Yeah, I'll maybe I can like that's my MO at work is kind of just like disappear for lunch and I can go to the Michaels, which is right near there. There's a Hobby Lobby too, but it's a little bit further away. I don't know if I can get away with it. They'll start to wonder where I went. When I fake it, it comes out really good. So my issue before might have been a priming thing. Like I just didn't have it primed very good. Makaba. There we go. All things considered, that was okay. When you buy them individually off the rack, you can check the back end barrel and make sure the lead is centered in the pencil. Oh, is that? I've never even checked. I've definitely bought like a lot of drawing pencils that way, and, and gotten mixed results. Hmm. When they're off centered. That was my first experience with like watercolor colored pencils, which I ended up really liking. Um, I have the Albrecht Dürer set over there that I got during the lockdown when they were giving us stimulus checks. I was like, I was still working, so or I was still gainfully employed, so it was just extra money, I was like, oh, this is my big chance to get a couple of things that I've always wanted. So I got those Neocolor 2 Caran d'Ache crayons. They're expensive. And then I got the Faber-Castell watercolor pencils that were like the nice ones. And I haven't used them that much. I use them during on vacations. Like when we go to the beach sometimes I'll use them out there. I haven't used them. Maybe I should do something with that in this book. This isn't a good book to get wet though. Yeah, the Neo 2s are awesome. So the Neo 2s are just crayons, but I chopped them up, some of them up, like I chopped the end off. And these are all Neo 2s. Partially Neo 2s. All right, that actually looks okay. All right. I think we'll just sign this one and go. Do something the next thing. I was trying to figure out a way to like um take them places without having this giant, because you have to like lift the trays out and stuff. All right, hang on. I've only got a few pages left in this thing. I've got hold on. One, two, three, four, 5 pages. I think we're gonna draw a Metaluna mutant if I can find a reference. Yeah, they're still good, right? Um, because the most of the crayon is still there. I didn't even fit all of them. I got like I got this somewhere on Amazon. It's just and it's empty. Like it's just completely empty, and you can put whatever you want in it. All right, come here, Pinterest. Metaluna. I'm gonna have to do the next thing I'm gonna draw after this guy is forgot his name. There we go. Try not to hold your breath while I'm doing it. Let's see. Oh, this is it's from a movie called This Island Earth. I don't know if you've um once it's like this blue creature with a giant brain. They did a Mystery Science Theater movie at one point, and this is the movie that they did. But it's kind of one of those classic 60s. I think it might be 50s sci-fi. I don't know. The only thing I don't like about the Metal Luna Mutant is it had this incredible look to it, right? He's hardly used in the movie at all. He kind of stands in the corner and threatens while this triangle shaped voice, this triangle shaped like box with a mysterious voice threatens the guy that he's kidnapped from Earth or whatever. And I think only at the very end does he have like an actual battle with the mutant. So he's a bit underused. But I used to love the look of him. He's just this giant exposed brain. I only like the really old ones. I mean, I liked Mike as well, and I liked Joel the best. Joel was great. I didn't realize there was so much drama going on with that show behind the scenes until I read about it later. Kind of spoiled the fun a little bit. Well, I think the colors will look really good on him if I do them in color. Or I could do them in maybe that I could do them in the Neo color twos, and he'll have one of those like a washy watercolor look to him. I don't know if I have a lot of good blue tones. I have like a sky blue, which is not the right color. And he's got these red veins. It looks like Twizzlers. I used to like because you would see him on the cover of Famous Monsters magazine every once in a while because he was such a like a makeup triumph. You know, everyone was so proud of the job they did designing and building the Metal in a Mutant. So he was always on the cover of Famous Monsters. Okay, so he has like a. I'll have to rewatch Lost in Space, like the old one, and see if there's any. There used to be some pretty memorable creatures. Like there's a plant lady. There's like a carrot monster. That was the weirdest show. Or the robot. I think his name was just Robot, right? That's a fun guy to draw. I think I drew him in one of my other sketchbooks. Okay. He's got some kind of like insect plate armor. Oh, I gotta do this hand first. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that, and there was some kind of controversy where they kind of forced him to disassociate. But I think that's really annoying. I actually have a book by that Mike guy. It's an art reference book. It's a about I think it's called Kitty Pony something like I don't know. It's like cute 1960s kitschy art. Let me go get it real quick. It's really cool. Happy Kitty Pony Bunny. What happened to it? Maybe I can't find it. It should be like right there. Weird. Oops, I found it. So this is from Pop Ink, and it's like let me turn this little light off. But it's real like this kitschy kind of 60s commercial art, and all the writing in it is Mike. Here he is right here, Michael J. Nelson. Whoops, you can't see it. Michael J. Nelson over there. But like as far as like the reference art, I mean it's this looks like stuff from like remember those old Easter egg kits you would see, or like kitschy. I remember this exact figure being sold in like dime stores, like and paint by numbers. This some of this stuff like it looks like I see a lot of like Easter egg stuff. Chicky ducky. Yeah, like old Hanna-Barbera stuff. I think that's definitely from one of those Paws egg dyeing kits they used to have. So it is cats, rabbits, ponies, ducks, and stuff like that. But it's all like super cutesy, but kind of disturbing stuff. And Mike Nelson writes the text in it. I don't know. I thought that was funny. I didn't actually even realize it was him. I got it. I saw it. And I'm like, oh, I got to have this for reference. Like that. That is too cool, right? I'll have to get that. And then sure enough, it doesn't even kind of mention him. I think until the last page, and it has the credits of who's doing all the. Oh, yes, totally. It's. I mean, it's super cute. There's nothing. They're not doing anything weird with it. They don't like show the kitty murdering anybody or anything like that. But it's I guess that's called kitsch. Ooh, there's he's got some kind of like insect forearm looking thing. And I think I had another one. I only found that one recently because I cleaned up the art area and it was just sitting there. Yeah, kitsch. Oh yeah, yeah, I love Mary Blair. Um, especially the Peter Pan stuff. But I mean the rest of everything she did is great too. I'd really like to recreate some of her travels where she went, that big trip that she did in South America where she went to Argentina and she, with her husband and all that stuff. Um, and she did the Three Caballeros, um, and a lot of the It's a Small World designs and stuff. There's a really cool documentary that I don't have the Disney Channel anymore, but when I did, there's a documentary of that trip with Walt Disney and all the important animators of the day. And they're going to places like Argentina and stuff, and they have like cartoonist societies, which I don't know. I guess we must have had something similar at the time in the 1940s and with newspaper cartoonists, and I guess it might have been just pretty much the same thing. Okay, this part is all dark, so I'm running into the The unknown, the unknown unknowns. Oh, I could draw a slee stack. Maybe that would be kind of cool. Hang on. Let's see. Ew. I need some kind of reference of the what what this dude looks like under the under the waist. Yeah. Well, I love the Peter Pan ones the most. I think those are cool. Okay, so he has like a belt. Yeah, I found that documentary super interesting. One of my dreams is to go to uh, visit some of those areas: Brazil, Uruguay, Argentina. Okay, he doesn't have these kind of hip flares. Instead, he's got like a. I'm not running out of ink. What a cool trip though. And there's like I think I can't remember which other one of the cartoons that came out of that is the one with the little airplane guy. I don't know if you've ever seen that. There's like a little Disney airplane guy, and his name is like, oh, I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. Disney little airplane guy. That's what I would Google it as. But that came out of that trip. The It's a Small World came out of that trip. Like it must have been pretty exciting. Okay. Oh, we're gonna try and throw in some background color on this guy. How about if he's blue, let's do orange or red? I don't have a great red. I should have bought the 48 color version. I'm gonna do orange. I'm afraid of erasing because I know it'll smudge if I've gauged it wrong. I'm probably okay on the head if I stay away from those eyes. Like the eyes have a little bit more ink. And I'm probably okay if I stay away from that area. All right, let's give it a shot. Or I might have a red here. I've got coral red 17. Nah, I'm gonna stick with that. What I got. I'm gonna stick with what I got. I just have to find a brush. Okay, that'll do. because the rest of this is going to be blue. It's looking a little smudgy. I think like just like the pencils, I don't think these gel crayons are created equal. Some of them have like a ton of saturation, some of them don't have much saturation. Some of them are pretty friendly to use like right on the paper. Some of them are really ugly right on the paper. Like it'll leave a crayon mark or something, and you'll never be able to buff it out. You'll have to like just keep saturating over the top of it and hope it becomes less obvious. Maybe I can use the Metaluna mutant in something. Public domain. Alrighty. I like some of these textures I'm getting when I move the brush different ways. Yeah, nothing can ever be perfect. Where's the small brush? Here it is. The small brush likes it to really saturate up. Well, thank you very much. Well, you can tell I went pretty quick about it. So, I, thank you very much on about the line work. I didn't um I didn't stand on circumstance with it though. I mean, I like to go pretty fast on a lot of this stuff to get to the fun part, right? To the fun part. But I already told you I'm not very good at coloring. this sketchbook will be different. Last one I did out almost no color until the last couple of pages when I brought it home. I don't really have much facility to color at work. But I can get away with sketching in a sketchbook all the time if I want to. Just doodling. All right, I've got a nice soft, pillowy color field. All right. Let's see if I can wash these off real quick. Now I gotta try and color him in. But I don't think these will be good to do it because even if they're just a little damp, it won't look good until it's completely dry to do the powdery background. But thank you very much anyways. We'll see if I don't have to, maybe it'll dry up before I know it. I can at least draw, I can color, maybe I can do it with just the Neo colors because it's so much. If I get it really wet, the paper will buckle. Is your pen waterproof? Oh yeah, this pen. So it is. I use a variety of different inks, but for this pen, it's Diatramentis. I don't know if you can see that. Let me move it to where I can see it. Diatramentis. I don't know if you can see it. Document Black, which is waterproof and alcohol proof. However, it does seem to interact with this gel crayon stuff. I don't know why it does. Like it can handle everything else, but the one thing it can't handle is the gel crayon. So you can see if I around the edges, you can see where it's already kind of, it's not smudging a lot, but it's enough to where you can tell it melted a little bit. Just a little bit. You can even erase the gel crayon too, I hear. I haven't really done it much. All right, but maybe it's ready. Do I risk it? I could risk it. All right, what colors do I have? I have no blue in there, and I have mostly green. This is really gray. Doesn't look blue at all. I have a pretty good blue in the Bible colors, though. I just gotta remember what I did with it. Okay. This sky blue is almost perfect for it, so let's find it. It's 14. Where? 13. 19. Hang on a moment. 14. 14. Looks gray. All right. See, that's the Metaluna blue. The Metaluna mutant blue that I think will work. My only problem is I don't know if this brush is clean yet. Like if I start putting this on, will it, like the gray I put on? No, it looks, well, I don't know. The gray I put on earlier had like real problems with the on the other page. So I ended up just like putting it on directly. So those ZR colors, they are pretty good. I mean, as far as just the color selection. But like I said, I don't know if they're made all if they're all created equal because um, they certainly act very different from the other. Um, the other ones are King Arts that I have. That almost looks good just leaving it dark like that. It has a shade. So maybe I'll just blend it out a little bit on the edges. All right. Wait, I need a. Okay. The belt is black, so I gotta do something about that. The claws are ivory. But there's some red in there too. Just drawing directly on the page is something I wouldn't do with the King Arts because they always come out looking really smudgy, but with the ZRs, they seem to be okay. It's not hurting it anyway. And then if I blend it out a little bit. See, it's smudging the ink. There's some there's something in here that doesn't like the ink. And I've tried Diatramentus with everything. I always thought it was just like this is the perfect ink. It doesn't react to anything, not water, not alcohol, markers. Doesn't It's fine. But sure enough, is it a water brush? Nope. It's this is I don't know. This is like one of those vertical like blush brushes, almost like a makeup brush, and then this is just the ZR itself. It was a recommended like most people who buy this also get this, and so it was like I didn't know to look for it, but it wasn't that expensive to add it on, so I added it on, and I'm glad I did because they like the effect of this dry wash. You can't get it with. I got sponges, like I bought these little sponge things. These don't work as well. Yeah, yeah. So it's the highlighter that gives me problems. Out of all the things, and like it's even supposed to do well with alcohol-based highlighters. I don't know. Like if you go on jet pens, they'll usually even have like test strips for every ink that you get. You can see how it's going to react. Whether they do like a water dip, like it's, as if it's dipped in water. They do a water brush, like brushing over it, and then they highlight it. They try it a bunch of different ways, and so you can kind of gauge like, okay, this ink will work for me. This ink won't work for me. I think I'm getting too much. It's not smudging it a lot, but it's like enough to be annoying. Yeah, I don't like how that like the orange crept in over here too. That was me being careless. All right, now as far as the red goes, there's a red tone. I think that's it for the blue. I just have to find the cap because these things dry out. All right. As far as the red goes, I don't think any of these will do, but I do have this one, and this is the color that will work. Oh, I can't use that. Hang on. I have to dry this off. I have to wash this. Or alternatively, do I have any good? I don't have any good reds. Oh, I got that red right there. It's not even a red. It's like a purple. All right, let's hang on to this for right now. I'm not doing enough. I had to the ZRs because there's no key. They're not even marked. They don't even tell you like this is number one and this is number two. I had to put my own tape on there just to figure out like which color is which. Neo colors are super saturated though. There should be like a little triangle thing in here. Well, yeah, I like how this is coming out as far as like the tones. We've got some good contrast, anyways. I'm not very good at this stuff. I always have to ask Jake from Jake's Art Corner to double check me or to just suggest because like I never touched anything but pencils for years, and I was doing watercolors, so I know watercolors fairly well. Like I know Payne's Gray and how to work with ochre and umber for like nature type stuff. But and then the tonality in the watercolors is all based on, you know, we could saturate it more on one side or something to create a shadow, or we could throw a translucent, you know, lavender shade over something to change the color. It's a whole different set of rules. I've got this wire from my webcam. Is this? There we go. And at the end of the day, even if it doesn't come out good, it's just sketchbook, so it's all good. You can mess up in your sketchbook, and nobody's gonna notice. Although it's fun to, I like to do the sketchbook walkthrough videos because it kind of shows where I was, and then like I remember what I was doing at the time, so it's kind of a um a memory exercise for me. Oh man, what's going on? This is a giant brush to be doing this with, but that's fine. But like it goes over the other colors pretty opaquely. The opacity is really strong. All right, let's figure out what to do with that belt. I have a black. I think it's right here. Oh, he was dashed out. Wait, I can put the black on the eyes too. Well, thank you very much. Whatever I do with these eyes, I gotta let it dry because if I put any other color in, it's gonna it's gonna bloom. All right, let's try and if I could shade him, I need lots of dark purple. There we go. That's a real dark purple. All right. I forgot to do his claws. I need to do his claws like an ivory color or something like that. All right. What happens here? All right. Did I ruin it? Find out soon enough. Eggplant. Yeah, that's it's fun. That's what I call it too. Aubergine or eggplant. My car is this color. I have a purple car. My purple Chevy Spark. And that's what it says on the paperwork. It says eggplant. No, it says Kalamata. That's what it says. Which it doesn't look like Kalamata olives or anything at all to me. Okay. The glaring error I have is I didn't do the claws. I got to be completely clean before I try the claws because the purple will mess them up. That's not a good color. That is a pretty good color. All right, this is supposed to be ivory. And I'm a little worried because it's a lot of water on the page for this thin paper. So I'm hoping that'll dry quickly and not kind of move into the other colors. Spoke too soon. I do have a metallic gold pen. Well, it's not a. I don't have a paint pen. I saw the Kurotaki mica gold. I hesitate to buy it. It's like $16, I think, right, for that Kurotaki gold ink. I actually got something like it for my sister for her birthday. I didn't get that one. I got it was like a gift set with a glass pen and stuff. And I hope she likes it. She told me she really enjoyed it, but I didn't see anything she did with it. I always want to see what people do with it. All right. Ooh, I should not have done that. I do have like a gold gel pen though. No, that's not coming up. That's just going to be there. I'm going to make a mistake. You have a mistake. All right. But like gold might be really cool on it. Yeah. Unless you had another idea, like I was maybe something for the eyes or something. The eyes have like a little yellow. None of my yellows are very bright. I've got this kind of fluorescent green. I don't know. I've got a gel pen that'll do the trick though. Let me get my gel pens because they'll look good in this. And then I could even do like a stencil too, like the other one. Oh, you know what I have? I have this highlighter. So this highlighter is crazy. This is actually fluorescent too. That might be like really cool to. Something like that. I still want to. Once I know he's dry, I'm gonna put some white. We're gonna do the same trick with a white pen. I don't know. Should I go straight in with Posca? Highlighters are surprisingly useful. I saw that one video. I can't remember what her name is. Karen. No, it might have been. Oh, I can't remember who it was. Somebody who does colored pencils, but like just a Sharpie. Like she was doing it on these spheres, but it you do this and then you throw the colored pencils over the top, and because it saturates down, um, you don't have to put in all those layers of colored pencil, which I'm not good at anyways. I'm not even sure if it's, we're gonna hope for the best. Oh, see, it didn't even matter because I could just white line right through it. And not only that, I think I can even white line some of these armor plates on them. I don't know if that was a good idea or a bad idea. I'm being a little too precious with this pen. I don't know if I'm getting it right. So he said I use colored pencil over acrylic and cheap acrylic craft paints. Just cheap. Yeah, I use yeah, I that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to shake it. I have the same. I use the craft paints too, and I really like these, and they do fine in this sketchbook too, which is surprising to me. But they look really good in my opinion. Another unappreciated. Like when I paint my D&D miniatures, that's pretty much all I use is the craft paints. Although I started using the speed paints, which just came out. I got some for Christmas. I'm not getting enough like white in there. What if let's do a compare and contrast here. The white pen by comparison seems to be doing okay. I don't know if it's just the orange or if I've already laid down some kind of foundation or what. I wonder if it's something like that. I think I'm okay with just the white gel pen. Yeah, it seems to go over pretty good with this. I might have to use both. I'm definitely getting a tighter line on the just the gel pen, but I don't know. No matter what happens, it's just sketchbook, so we can we can dare to fail. We'll shoot for the stars, and hopefully it'll all be good, at the end, and people will go, "Oh, how did you do that?" Um, oh, like we could do a highlights maybe. That is probably the best place I could use the Posca. Every once in a while, the gel pen runs out of steam. I think it's just because it gets wet or something, or some wax buildup or something. Like maybe some of that crayon stuff is on the end, and then you got to kind of clean it off. But other than that, that is a metal in a mutant right there. Okay. It's getting somewhere. How about right here? If you highlight all the outlines, it gives it kind of a pop art look to me. At least I think so. I don't know if that's good. You want the Lizello art method. I don't know if you ever seen her streams. She's like, "Oh, I got new art supplies," and she's like, "Choo choo choo," right on the hand. That always kind of cracks me up. All right, maybe we can find another stencil. Well, that, I mean, it's fine as it is. Maybe just choose like some kind of, well, a flower pattern behind him or something. No, I don't know if a flower. I don't know if that'll be good. I've got all these snowflake looking things. Probably fine like it is. Oh, that would be kind of cool. Like if we did like this pattern, I like the idea of it, and I could even kind of continue it. All right, so where, what? I got this pen. All right, and if I can do this without, I said without. Moving. How about one right there? Nope. Yep. 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 Maybe I'll just do the dots. I like those vertical bars. I I started following a lot of people doing these Sketchbox subscriptions, which I'm not going to do because I have too many art supplies already that I don't know what to do with. Well, that's not true. I have too many art supplies, but I'm real specialized in it. Like I want to know exactly what I'm getting. I think I would be really out of my depth if somebody was just going to send me some random art supplies and say, here's the color teal and here's a gray pencil, and here's some washi tape and we want you to make something out of it and post it. And that'll be $50. I think I would have trouble with that. I don't think this pen is doing great on this orange background. Oh, lightning would be a cool idea. Lightning coming off, that would be awesome. Because he did have some kind of like psionic power, I think. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie. I wasn't exactly drawing it from memory. Maybe I'll look it up, see it. I think I went a little too hard. I mean, I'm looking. No, it's okay. It's working. It's working. The process is working. I was thinking that maybe I was smudging. Like some of these are looking really dark lines. I was wondering if I was smudging the ink, and if it is, it is. Yeah, it has kind of a sci-fi look, like bars or computer code. I think that you're on the right track with that. What could go wrong? I guess if you're like not sure what kind of art you want to do or whatever, I think those might be fun. I mean, I know that I like a lot of times I'll go to Michael's or I'll go to the Hobby Lobby or whatever, and I'll just look down the aisles and see if there's anything new or something that just catches my eye that I've never messed around with before. That's how I originally got into the gel printing. I just saw it and I was like, I don't know what that is. Um, so I looked into it, and that was a fun way to get started. All right, so that's something. Yeah, I think it adds a nice. It kind of pushes the background further off, which is cool. And I'll even continue it down here. And then the stencils I got from watching Scott Sava. I don't know if you watch him. Um, seems like he's all over my whenever I do the shorts, whenever I watch people doing the shorts, I get a lot of Scott Sava doing stuff, and he uses stencils. And the other thing, he doesn't do anything special with them. He's not like putting paint over them or anything. You got some matte gouache, sideburns, feeling better. All right, I gotta figure out this part. This was a random stream, sideburns. I'm on an extended Father's Day holiday, so I thought I would do a little stream. That's it. Yeah, that Hobbit hole thing that is super cool that Scott Sava has. Um, I watched a couple of his streams and stuff where he makes stuff, and those are kind of entertaining as well. But I was just surprised. Like I thought he was doing something special to do these stencils, and it was really he just takes his pen and just goes right over them. So um, nothing super hard about that. I thought there was some kind of artistic method he was going to use to incorporate it into his portrait drawing or something. It's not happening. All right, I gotta try. What time is it now? Oh, it's 9:17. I think I gotta. I'm probably gonna shut my streams down. I have one, two, three, 4 pages left. Sava. It's actually it's Sava like that. I think it's two A's. So yeah, Scott Christian Sava, and like what he does is kind of yeah. Thank you so much for being here, absolutely, and thanks for showing up. Also, Sideburns. His he does these portraits. Now he shows how he does it, and he's got like a Wi-Fi projector that he hooks to his phone. I mean, he can really draw too, but he does the Wi-Fi projector, and and he gets these kind of dead-on portraits that he's drawing, and then he either watercolors or does markers or he does some kind of color. He did one with gouache the other day. I think he did like Keanu Reeves in gouache, and he does the whole thing. But the really interesting thing is he uses the stencils in the background, and they always come out looking, real Alphonse Mucha, Art Nouveau looking, no matter what he does. All right, thanks so much for being here. I am going to shut down. I'm not on. I'm trying to conserve my minutes for StreamYard, so this was all OBS. So thanks so much for showing up. I'll go over what was created. We did the Displacer Beast. and the Metaluna mutant. See you later.